last time on the bill. So what we've done is we've cut down our metal fuel line here, so that way we can run our fuel from our fuel pump up to our carburetor. So get this put on, and that much closer to getting this fired up and running.
Okay, we're getting ready to put our crank pulley on. Once we do that, it's only got the one groove, and then it just goes to our alternator right here, and that's the only belt we're going to have.
Now we're getting ready to install our valve covers on that you folks at home picked through Facebook, which are going to look great on our 396 big block here. So. Alright, what we're doing is adding an engine break-in oil additive to the motor oil. So when you first start your engine for the first time after it's been rebuilt, very important to add this in or you'll cause damage to all the engine internals. Alright, now we're ready to install our thermostat, new thermostat housing. So it simply just drops in. This has an O-ring on the bottom side of it. Sometimes they have gaskets. This one has an O-ring style, which they seal better, but they're a little bit of a pain to get on, so it's kind of tricky. Sometimes you can kind of get it, and you just hit to slide it around. You always want to check to make sure it's kind of sitting in the channel, and it appears that it is, so you can run some bolts down in there and tighten this thing up.
Alright, we have the engine set on top dead center. Now we're going to drop our distributor in, get as close as we can, and then once we fire it up, then we'll play with it and adjust it and get the timing set. Okay, it's not all the way seated, so what we have to do is crank the engine over so it drops down and meets up with the oil pump shaft. And you'll see this gap close. That's what it's supposed to work.
Alright, we decided to go with our blue distributor cap rather than our clear one as the chrome cap that we want to put on to cover the cap. It fits this one more correctly than it would the clear cap. Alright. Stop. Here's going to take yours back here. Now that we've got the engine on our break-in stand, going ahead and I'm installing our flywheel. So that way when we hit our starter button, the starter will engage with the flywheel, turn the motor over so we can actually hear it run. But we still have to install our bell housing, so that way we can mount the bell housing to our brackets here to hold the motor tightly to the stand. So what we're doing now is tightening all the flywheel bolts up to 60 foot-pounds here. So that way you get the correct torque specs for it and it doesn't wobble on the motor.